What is up, guys? Hope you all had a good weekend, fully rested, and ready for a new week. Let's break this down now. We're looking at the monthly right now on NQ. Reason why I wanted to show you the monthly is just based off how we had this closure last month. I know I mentioned this, I think, on our last weekly preview prep. Sorry. But I just wanted to show you a reminder about the bullish thesis that we have for this current month. Out of the three assets, if you look, YM has the better closure here, as you can see. I was supposed to move this, sorry. Has a better closure compared to the other three. NQ is the weakest currently, and YM is the strongest. And as you can see, YM has the closest draw compared to the three right now. Let's just mark these things. So originally for this month, we are looking at all-time highs. I'm not going to say that we're going to hit it specifically this week, but this is the overall narrative, I would say, for this month. And we're going to take it week by week, of course, clearly. Last week was NFP week, so it was a bit of a consolidation candle specifically on the monthly. Really didn't do much, not much of an expansion. Basically some sideways movement throughout NFP week. But overall, our general narrative for this month is to the upside and to the all-time high. So now looking at NQ, if we were to go from the monthly, I'd like to see how the daily formed, right? That's just basically fractal from the monthly, daily, then we can go to our 1 hour to see how the structure is. If we look at the monthly candle right here, let me just look at NQ for now. You could see how the monthly candle right here, we formed the down close candle into this inefficiency, showing the respect and also forming an SMT based on YM. I did mention this last week on our, I think this was on Tuesday that I mentioned about the SMT that we formed, or it was on Monday, sorry, that we formed the SMT right here. You can see on the Tuesday before New York session, we formed the SMT with the Dow and YM and ES. Now back to this. So showing this, we can now anticipate a nice expansion off this specific reversal from IRL back to ERL. So as we continue going higher, we can look to our left, right? And you can see how we have this nice clear draw right here, this inefficiency that has been left from Wednesday, November the 5th. You can see how we formed the inefficiency but failed to rebalance it. And we continue to going lower back to the sell side. Now from a market maker sell model, once we tapped into some major liquidity, now back into a market maker buy model, we can clearly see off this higher time frame how this right here is the original consolidation, right? So if we're looking at this as like a market maker buy model, this would be our initial target. Yes, like I mentioned before, this is not gonna, we're not gonna clearly take this out within this week, but it's just something to keep in mind and not getting skewed within the lower time frames. So now for this week, clearly this would be my first draw, definitely, right? Because we left it untouched, and you can see how NQ almost tapped into it on the last day of last week. So as of right now, that is my draw for this week at the moment. After this, we're gonna have to see how price moves and how it either respects the inefficiency or disrespects it, and we continue going higher. We also, I totally forgot, actually if we go on to Forex Factory, this is how the week's looking for this week. Monday, clearly we have no news, so I'll most likely won't be trading tomorrow as usual. So if you guys don't see a daily recap for tomorrow's session, that is the reason why. I usually let the daily candle form so I can get a bit more information onto how the weekly candle will be forming and like get an idea on the weekly profile. So going back to NQ right now, sorry, let me just go back to Forex Factor again. So on Tuesday, we have ADP, weekly employment change. And of course, now Wednesday will be very important for us. And most likely, I won't be trading the morning session because we have the federal fund rate, right? So that's going to be very important for us investors to get an idea on if we're going to either get a cut rate or not. So after this, we'll definitely get some manipulation off this. Clearly, there's always a nice manipulation once the news comes out. So that's something that we're going to have to anticipate. Like I said, we can clearly get an idea right now if it's going to either consolidate Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Maybe most likely we'll do like low of the week, and then we can maybe most likely start expanding during Thursday and Friday. But again, I'll get a bit more information once this Monday's candle is completed by tomorrow's end of day. But as of right now, that is basically what we're looking for. Sorry, let me just close these tabs here. So this is what we're looking for on Thursday. We have unemployment claims, and on Friday we don't really have much news. So it's just something. Well, it's a Friday, but we'll most likely be waiting till 9:30 to be trading that day. So now that we have a general idea, let's look into our charts right now. As I mentioned before, you could see how the monthly formed a daily candle, down close candle. We started expanding Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesday rebalanced that order block, and then we started continuing going higher. Thursday we had a consolidation candle, and then Friday we started expanding, disrespecting the high and having a nice clear closure above that current high, showing an expansion higher on the daily time frame. So now looking at this daily candle right now, there's already a couple of things that I do like. The way that we're respecting the equilibrium of the previous day's range, and most likely you want to see us target the current previous day's current high. So that is my actual idea. Like I said, I'm not really gonna trade Monday, but if it's to deny it, I'd like to see how we're gonna respect this down close candle right here, or like I said before, we're already respecting the 50%, so that's already a good thing. And if I put the 50% of this current wick, we're basically above it. So a couple of bullish signs showing that we're willing to go higher from this specific area. So there's already good signs. Let's see if we go into our hourly time frame. You can see how we're respecting these down close candles, and if we can see Asia continuing higher, then most likely we'll basically see this objective being taken by tomorrow, most likely, or Tuesday during the night session. But that's basically it. Nothing really too much. Again, the narrative's still the same. We are bullish on the higher time frame. We're just gonna have to be a little patient this week due to the rates on Wednesday. If we look at NQ, because NQ has the closest draw right here, we could see how a nice target would be right here. If we look at NQ compared to YM failed to close above this current current candle, and we could honestly see a nice retracement back to this down close candle, showing to see if we're able to respect it to continue going higher. So that's something that I would like to actually see on YM. So basically a nice retracement, and then a continue higher back to all-time high. So that is my current idea with YM specifically. I like YM actually a little better just due to the fact that it's closer to its draw. So I would like to see how Monday do a nice retracement back into this, and then we'll see us going back higher. Sorry, that was my phone. I'm getting a call right now, but I'll put that to the side for now. So that's the idea right now. If we look at ES as well, you could see it's the same idea. ES didn't really have that good closure as NQ, but at the current moment, we are respecting the equilibrium of the previous day's range. And again, same idea. Narrative is back to the all-time high. I'm not saying that we're gonna reach there this week, but that is the narrative, unless we see some bearish signatures like a change in the state of delivery and we fail to and we close below this down close candle, then we can clearly see it's going to be a deeper retracement lower. But other than that, we don't see none of that, so we're still bullish on the higher time frames. So we'll stay bullish on our intraday time frames when we're trading day by day. So other than that, guys, that is basically it. Not really too sure if I'm missing anything. I mentioned already about Forex Factory, the news for this week, and what I want to see being respected for this week. And like I said before, the current draw at the moment is this, and if we're able to disrespect this and continue going higher, then that would be a beauty, just to give us a better confirmation that we're willing to go higher after that. So other than that, guys, hopefully you guys have a good night, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Take care.